Could you please do a video on Grand Moff Hissa? I remember seeing him in books as a kid. I can see why you would remember him. So Bertroff Hissa was a hybrid species made up of human and Sephi, and he was born on the very isolated planet of PL-40112-CE-021105. That was all found in the wild space sector. Bro, at this point, just name the planet. His parents, who were former political dissidents, they saw a peaceful life away from their past. Growing up in seclusion, Hissa struggled to connect with others, and naturally he became a solitary figure. But that all changed when the Galactic Empire arrived. When they came to his world, they were led by Commander Quash Panaka. When they did arrive, they accidentally awoke the Rosum, which were terrifying interdimensional creatures. The Empire and local settlers had to unite to combat the creatures, with Hissa and his family being forced into service. But this alliance was short-lived, and only Hissa and Panaka survived the ordeal. Panaka had later helped Hissa join the Imperial military, and he would go on to face prejudice due to his mixed heritage. But despite all that, he rose to the rank of Grand Moff. As you can see, he was known for his sharp teeth and his pointy ears. To the others, his origins were shrouded in mystery, which naturally fomented rumors, but he used all of that to his advantage, encouraging almost any speculation to keep others uncertain. But as Grand Moff in the Outer Rim, he formed a key alliance with Trioculus. This was a very young and ambitious slave, who actually helped him arise to become Supreme Slave Lord of Kessel. But throughout the galactic history, Hissa built a network of allies. He became a very powerful figure despite the ongoing xenophobia. Hissa's sharp mind and strategic thinking kept him in power. But after the deaths of Palpatine and Vader, Hissa and the other Moffs had formed the Central Committee of Grand Moffs, and they did this to challenge Ysanna Issa's control of the Imperial Remnant. Hissa had secured his position by manipulating rivals, and setting Trioculus up as the new Emperor. All the other Moffs, they backed Trioculus, even implanting him with technology to mimic Force Lightning, making it all appear that he was Palpatine's true heir. However, his legitimacy was questioned, so Hissa had sought out Darth Vader's glove to help solidify his claim. Now, the glove, it was eventually retrieved, but Trioculus's health deteriorated due to its long-term effects. But Hissa's efforts to consolidate power had continued. But his search for the lost city of the Jedi, which was one of the keys to solidifying his reign, it all led to failure. But meanwhile, Trioculus became obsessed with marrying Leia Organa, and a series of increasingly desperate moves were made to capture the Jedi Prince, Ken. But after Trioculus was encased in carbonite during a battle with Zorba the Hutt, Hissa attempted to regain control. But internal power struggles with the Kadan, who was a supposed dark prophet, had led to Hissa's downfall. Betrayed by Kadan, Hissa then faced a trial where he was then sentenced to death. And Spice Grubs, they would be the executioner, so they would consume him slowly. His final mission ended on Yavin 4 with his demise. As you can see, a burst of molten lava was to blame for that. That's all I have for you. Hope it helped.